Boing, boing. Why, why am I bouncing? My body compresses, stretches, and snaps back like jelly. No pain, no bones. That alone tells me something is terribly wrong. What the heck? Why did I turn into a mushroom? Cold sweat runs down my cap. My cap? I don't even have a face anymore, just a stem in a stupidly soft hat. Something moves. Eyes. Long, wiggly stalks peek out from the bushes. They're staring at me. No, they're judging me. No way. This has to be a dream. I must still be unconscious, still lying on that crosswalk. Any second now I'll wake up. Any second. The ground squishes again beneath me. Boing. The eyes don't disappear, and the forest doesn't fade. My heart sinks. If this isn't a dream, then this world is real, and I just respawned as the weakest thing in it. Chew, 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 chew. That sound, it's way too close. I don't feel pain, but I feel pressure. Something is eating. Not me, the grass. A human mouth fills my vision, teeth grinding lazily, like this is just another boring snack. Chew, 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 chew. So this is normal here, huh? People just crouch down and start munching like livestock? I want to scream. I really do. But all that comes out is a pathetic tremble through my stem. My cap quivers, sweat drips down my sides. If he bites a little closer, if he mistakes me for food, I'm done. No hero's journey, no second chance. Just a mushroom, waiting to be eaten. Chew. Chew, chew, chew. Please, just finish your meal and go. Because if this is my new life, I don't think I'm strong enough to survive lunch. Light pours down through the leaves. Too bright, too real. The forest breathes around me, alive, warm, watching. A glowing screen floats in the air, calm and cruel at the same time. Welcome, brave mainland. Yeah, sure, brave. I'm surrounded. Snails crawl everywhere, big eyes, twisted shells, staring at me like I'm the weird one here. Slow, silent, hungry. My cap twitches, my stem sinks slightly into the grass. This isn't a dream. Dreams don't have menus. Dreams don't welcome you. So this is it. A new world. A new body. No hands. No legs. Just me. A mushroom dropped into the middle of whatever this place is supposed to be. If this world expects bravery from me, then it picked the wrong guy. Because right now, all I can think is one thing. How do I survive when I'm literally at the bottom of the food chain? I stare at the sky, trying not to panic, trying to breathe, even though I'm not sure mushrooms breathe. Then it speaks again. Calm, polite, like it's comforting a child. I understand that it's tough to accept what has happened. Yeah, no kidding. Before I can even process that, another screen flashes into view, brighter, sharper. But the game has already begun. Game? What game? And we don't have the time for you to explore slowly. Wait, time limit? So I'll transfer all the information directly into your mind. Into my what? My thoughts freeze. Everything feels like it's slipping. Hey, hold on. I didn't agree to. My head buzzes, my vision blurs. Too fast, way too fast. If this is a game, then I don't even get a tutorial. And somehow, I already know, whatever comes next, it's not going to be fair. The world explodes inside my head. Light, noise, information crashing all at once. I can't scream, I can't move, just float as images flood my mind. A planet unfolds beneath me, vast and unfamiliar. Oceans, mountains, lands shaped by magic instead of logic. A calm voice returns, steady and absolute. This is a world filled with magic and wonders. I see forests that breathe, creatures that defy reason, power flowing through the land like blood. Although every region of the world is different, the view shifts, deserts, ruins, skies split by storms. They are all known as the brave mainland. Brave? I don't feel brave. I feel small, unprepared, dropped into something far bigger than me. And as the vision fades, one thought echoes louder than the rest. This world isn't here to protect me. It's here to test me. The vision shifts again, slowing this time. The world rewinds. Long ago, before fear, before borders, before power became something to fight over, humans and monsters lived together. I see them walking side by side. Monsters with bodies forged from raw strength, carrying supplies, building roads, protecting villages. Their muscles weren't weapons, they were tools of trust. And the humans, fragile, small, but brilliant. Magic danced from their hands like breath. Rain summoned for crops, heat called to warm the weak. Spells woven not for war, but for survival. They helped monsters grow, heal, prosper. No masters, no servants, just balance, just coexistence. I watched them train together, hands clasped, footing tested, laughter breaking the silence. And for a moment, the brave mainland feels peaceful. Too peaceful, because I can feel it now. This isn't a history lesson, it's a warning. Something broke this harmony, and whatever it was, is the reason I'm here. Back then, monsters and humans lived together. They learned from one another, worked together, protected one another. Days passed, years passed. Peace became normal. And that was the mistake, because peace makes people forget how fragile harmony truly is. Until, one day, the sky darkened, not with clouds, but with intent. Something crawled out from the edge of the world, a shape born from hunger, from resentment, from everything left unspoken. Its shadow swallowed villages whole, its presence twisted fear into law. Monsters were the first to fall, not because they were weak, but because they trusted. And when the ground burned and the air screamed, humans realized too late. This wasn't an invasion. It was the beginning of a division that would tear the brave mainland apart. And from that single day forward, nothing would ever be the same again. Peace did not fall by accident. It was shattered by a name that would be feared for generations. The Demon Lord, Gollum. Among monsters, Gollum stood at the pinnacle, a being of overwhelming power, a symbol of strength and resentment. He believed the humans looked down on monsters, that magic made them arrogant, that harmony was nothing more than a chain. And so he spoke. His words spread like wildfire, igniting anger buried deep within monsterkind. Under Gollum's banner, the monsters gathered, not as helpers, not as friends, but an army.
Human cities fell beneath marching shadows. Cries echoed through burning streets, and the world learned the cost of broken trust. From that moment on, history would remember this not as a war, but as the beginning of an age ruled by fear. And the name Gollum would forever be carved into the scars of the brave mainland.
The humans did not remain silent. To survive, they united their strength. Kings issued orders, and across the land, guilds were born. Warriors, mages, hunters from every corner of the brave mainland. What began as defense soon became extermination. Monster villages vanished. The earth drank deeply of blood, human and monster alike. Hatred fed hatred, and the war grew without mercy. Yet, legends say, when despair reached its deepest point, 6 figures rose above the chaos. 6 braves, each wielding power beyond mortal limits. Fire, stone, storm, shadow, light and sea. Together, they challenged the demon lord Gollum. The battle shook the world. Mountains cracked, oceans screamed. And in the end, Gollum was not slain, but sealed away, locked beyond time itself. The war ended, but the scars remained. Because legends always forget one thing. Seals can weaken, and history has a way of repeating itself. Gollum was sealed, but not destroyed. His existence was too powerful to erase. So the 6 braves made a final choice. They shattered the demon lord's body, splitting it into 6 fragments, each still pulsing with forbidden life. One by one, the fragments were cast away, hidden across the brave mainland, buried in ancient ruins, frozen beneath eternal ice, lost within burning sands, sunk into endless seas, imprisoned in cursed forests, and sealed deep within the mountains where light cannot reach. Each fragment bound by a sacred seal, each guarded by fate itself. As long as the pieces remained apart, Gollum could never return, or so the legends claimed. But time is cruel to seals, and the world does not stand still. Somewhere, one fragment stirs, and in a quiet corner of the brave mainland, a small, trembling mushroom has just stepped into destiny. Even after Demon Lord Gollum was sealed, the brave mainland never truly healed. The war had ended, but peace did not return. Humans and monsters, once forced to stand together, now walked separate paths, their trust shattered beyond repair. Villages rebuilt their walls, kingdoms sharpened their blades. Fear became a way of life. And in the shadows, Gollum's loyal followers still remained. They roamed the lands without mercy, spreading chaos wherever they went. Burning towns, corrupting forests, slaughtering the innocent. All for one purpose: to unseal the fragments and revive their fallen demon lord. Deep within forbidden lands, dark rituals began once more. Ancient seals trembled, magic circles flickered. The world stood on the edge of another calamity, unaware that fate had already begun to move, quietly, through the smallest life of all. A voice echoed inside his mind, calm, absolute, and impossible to ignore. If Demon Lord Gollum is revived, the entire brave mainland will be destroyed. That was why he had been summoned, why his soul had crossed worlds, why he now stood here, as a mushroom. Time was already running out. Gollum's followers had begun their rituals, working in secret to break the ancient seals. There would be no second chance. Silence fell in the forest as the little mushroom listened, his body trembling, his thoughts racing. Then, quietly, he spoke.
So as long as I stop Demon Lord Gullum from reviving, my mission will be complete and I'll be sent back to my original world? The forest held its breath. Gone was the confusion. Gone was the fear. In its place burned a sharp, unyielding resolve. No matter the body, no matter the odds, this time, he would be the hero.
Bingo! The word echoed in his mind like a bad joke from the gods themselves. And then, snap, reality hit. Did they really just say him? One of the 6 legendary braves? The mushroom trembled. Bingo, your head? His voice exploded with disbelief. Do you seriously think I'm one of the chosen? I'm a mushroom, a freaking mushroom. Anger boiled over. His tiny body bounced with rage, stomping the grass, shaking leaves loose as if the forest itself flinched. Destiny, heroes, demon lords, none of it made sense. He roared, cursed, rejected it all. Until, slip. In the middle of his tantrum, his foot slid forward. Just like that, the so-called hero of prophecy lost his balance, tumbling face first toward the ground. And in that moment, as fate watched in silence, the world's last hope proved one thing very clearly. This hero had absolutely no idea what he was doing. Wide eyes, no time to think. The ground rushed up. Bam! The mushroom slammed face first into the grass, rolling helplessly like a dropped dumpling. Leaves scattered, dirt flew, pride shattered. Before he could even scream properly, a calm, emotionless voice cut through the chaos. "Please don't be agitated," it said. "It may take some time to get used to your new body. However, I urge you to be quick. Your first mission is about to begin." Agitated, he sucked in air. "Ha, ha, 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 ha." His tiny mushroom body heaved as panic set in. Sweat beaded across his cap. His mind raced faster than his lungs could keep up. A mission, a demon lord, a ticking clock, and there he was, flat on the ground, breathing like his life already depended on it. As the forest stood quietly around him, one truth became painfully clear. The adventure had officially begun, and he was completely unprepared. At this point, he'd had enough. "At least turn me into a goblin or a skeleton, okay?" His voice cracked as he wobbled. "If you didn't want to give me arms, a slime or spider would have been fine. Why'd you have to turn me into something that can't even move?" He tried again. One step, slip, thud. Face first, again. Silence followed. Then, surrender. "Fine, I give up," he muttered, tears welling. "How can I beat the demon lord as a mushroom? I'll never be able to go back." A tear slid down his round, helpless face, soaking into the grass below. The forest stirred, leaves rustled, and slowly he righted himself. Before he could say another word, the cold, familiar voice returned, unmoved. "Well, the game will still go on," it said calmly, "regardless of whether the player is ready or not. No comfort, no mercy. Just a system and a mushroom hero who had no choice but to stand up and move forward." Without waiting for a response, the system activated. Mission: survive. Completion requirement: survive the designated amount of time. Reward: harden or limbs. No explanation, no mercy. The countdown began. 5. The forest blurred as danger quietly crept closer. 4. Small figures emerged from the bushes, slimes wobbling away, snails retreating into their shells, every creature moving on pure instinct. 3. They all knew it. Something was about to happen, and the weakest thing in the clearing was him, a mushroom, unable to run, unable to fight. As the numbers fell, his world shrank to one simple truth. This wasn't about courage, this wasn't about destiny, this was about survival, and if he failed, there would be no second chance.
The forest held its breath. Creatures vanished into the leaves, slimes melting into shadows, snails clinging to bark, every instinct screaming the same warning: hide. 2. The mushroom pressed himself into the grass, cap lowered, body stiff, praying stillness could become invisibility. 1. Time snapped into place. The mission has begun. The system's voice returned, calm, almost amused. You must survive, O brave player. The forest darkened. Leaves rustled where nothing should move. Footsteps echoed where no feet were seen. Because they are coming. The timer began its cruel descent. 59 minutes, 57 seconds. And in that moment, the truth became clear. This world didn't care if he was ready. The hunt had already started.
Soft forest ambiance, leaves rustle, light tension music. Turned into a mushroom, no arms, no legs, barely able to move. Falling again and again, the hero's resolve finally cracks. How am I supposed to defeat a demon lord like this? I can't even walk. I can't go back. But the world does not wait for despair. A cold system voice echoes. The game will continue whether the player is ready or not. Panic sets in. Instinct takes over. The mushroom hides beneath bushes, tangled vines, pressed flat against the earth, praying not to be seen. Then, a sudden glow pierces the forest. A stone gate, shining. What is that? Hope flickers, only for fear to strike harder. They're coming? Who are they? The forest falls silent, and somewhere in the shadows, something moves.
Low rumble. The forest hums with unstable energy. The light intensifies. The ancient gate awakens, a swirling vortex of gold and white, pulling everything toward it. Rewards spill out first, a glowing coin, then more, falling like bait from the heavens. And then, footsteps, laughter, shouting. A crowd bursts from the forest edge, eyes burning with excitement. Kill them all! This is adventure time! I'll be the first to become a brave! They charge forward without hesitation, new players, hungry for glory. To them, this is a game. To the monsters ahead, it's a massacre waiting to happen. Hidden in the grass, the mushroom watches, silent, helpless, unseen. So this is what they meant. A wave of rookies surges toward fate, and the forest holds its breath.